Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Here, and we are ready to break down what should be another great slate of college basketball. Rob Dauster, Randolph Childress, Jerel McNeal. We're presented by our partners over at BetMGM, and we are going to start with a game down in the ACC. We got Syracuse. We got them traveling to Chapel Hill to play number 7 North Carolina. Road games are tough. That is Saturday at noon on ESPN. North Carolina is right now on KenPom favored by 14 points. We don't have the lines over at BetMGM yet. We have the projections on KenPom, so that's what we're going to use in their stead. The over-under there is 150. Jerel, who you got, North Carolina or Syracuse?
I'm going UNC. I'm buying all in on UNC right now. I kind of like the vibes they got going. They showed the ability early on to win multiple different ways. They got the firepower offensively. And it seems like they kind of finally got it right this year. All the pieces fit. And Syracuse, Judah Mintz has been great this year, but they really haven't shown any ability to go in and win in hostile environments. So I'm rolling with the Tar Heels.
I
I'm
agree.
going to, yeah.
Go ahead,
RC, we
Rob.
got to go in
Go ahead,
order,
Rob.
man. We got to go in order.
My bad.
The
I
one
forgot you
thing we
was
told
voting.
Randolph to do today was we got to go in the right order. Listen, I'm back in North Carolina here. I said it last night. I think they're a Final Four team. I love what they're doing defensively. I love what RJ Davis is doing. I love the way that team is kind of playing together. And I love that they could do things like go on the road to NC State and win one of the ugliest basketball games that you're ever going to see. They're winning games with defense, Randolph. North Carolina is winning games with their defense.
Just went 3-0 on the road, right? I mean, beat a Pitt team that had beaten them three straight times, and I think 5 of 8 or something like that. Then go beat Clemson at Clemson, and then beat the rival and one of their rivals in NC State on the road. You got to be in on them. I don't know how you pick against them right now. They're a top 5 team in the country, and I think they're going from a good team to a great team. They're trending in that direction.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Next up, Big Ten, Northwestern at number 15, Wisconsin, who has kind of been under the radar in terms of the more impressive teams in college basketball this season. If you look at KenPom, Wisconsin is laying 7 points. The total there is 136. Jerel, are you riding with Boo Booey? What do we got?
Unfortunately, and this is really unfortunate for me being a Marquette guy, but I am taking Wisconsin in this one. Quiet is kept. I think the Badgers have an opportunity to compete for a Big Ten title. I think they're the second best team in the Big Ten. I've been somewhat impressed with the way they put it together after a couple early stumbles out of the gates there in their non-conference season. And Northwestern is a good team too, so I think it'll be a tough, close game. But I think eventually the Badgers get it done.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Boo Booey's awesome. I just don't see him going on the road to the Kohl Center and
Yes.
finding a way to beat a Wisconsin team that is currently sitting 4-0 all alone in first place in the Big Ten. AJ Store's been the surprise for me. He's been the guy that's been a little bit of a difference maker here. And I knew that he was a bucket getter. I saw him play enough at St. John's last season. But what he's been able to do, stepping into Wisconsin, averaging 15 points a game. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he is their leading scorer this season. So that's been one of the more underrated transfers. No one's really talking about him. He's been really damn good. Randolph, who you got?
I'm going to follow suit with you guys. Boo Boo is capable of giving a Herculean performance, and I think that he's going to need it if they're going to go in and get that win. So I'm going with Wisconsin. I just think they're playing well, and I think they're, in my opinion, the second best team in the Big Ten.
Yep. All right. Maybe we will have a disagreement on this next one because the GOAT, the greatest college basketball coach of my generation, I think maybe there's an argument people will have with that. But Rick Pitino was taking St. John's, who is currently in first place in the Big Ten, tied with Seton Hall and UConn, on the road to Creighton. KenPom has that at Creighton -8. Jerel, you taking the underdogs here? Taking the upset?
I am not. I'm going with the favorite once again. I'm going with Creighton. Creighton's going to be good, and that is a very underrated and tough place to play out there, man. They sell that place out a ton. It's a hard environment to play in. It gets loud in there. The Blue Jays have been playing pretty good too. So with Kalkbrenner and Shireman, I think they'll get St. John's all they can handle at home, and they'll pull that one out.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Creighton as well because I think that they are the better team. But what I will say is this, St. John's should be able to cover. If you're getting 8 points with the team that likes to get out and press and get out and make it difficult for guards, and you have a team that does not have guys that are really great when it comes to breaking you down off the bounce, that's something you got to look out for. I like St. John's +8, but I think Creighton gets it done at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Blue Jays, but this matchup scares the hell out of me because that pressure of St. John. It's concerning because I worry about them speeding up the game with Creighton. But I'm going to go with Creighton at home. I think they'll have enough to get it done at home. And I'm like you, I would take the points if I was betting.
All right, next up, Kansas at home, Oklahoma. A top 10 matchup of two teams that are coming off of a loss. The line there is Kansas -4. And guys, this is where I need to tell you about Vaulted. Vaulted is an app that allows you to participate in daily cash prize pools without an entry fee. It is a place you can store your own predictions forever. And by using the Vaulted challenge feature, you can prove you're smarter than your friends. Go download the Vaulted app. That is VLTED, Vaulted, to challenge your friends, store your predictions, and join daily cash prize pools without an entry fee. All right. Here's what I'm saying, guys. Kansas not only wins, but they do cover. The line right now, according to KenPom, is Kansas -4. I am taking Kansas here. I think this is a bounce-back spot. I think that they have a statement to make. I think they're coming back to the fog. And I think Bill Self will have let them know about the TCU game, about the UCF game, and I don't think it's going to be pretty for Oklahoma on the road here. Jerel, what do you got? Who's your pick?
I'm rolling with you on this one. I got the Jayhawks. It'll be tough to lose back-to-back games, especially going back and getting some home cooking. They could have quite easily had lost back-to-back games to TCU and UCF though. So they haven't been great, but they'll get a bounce back here and get some home cooking, and I think they'll cover too.
Yeah, buy low. Buy low, man. The Jayhawks are struggling. That's Kansas in the fog. It's
Nah, man, you got to put the money on the Hawks, man. You got to put the money on the Hawks, man.
You got to put it on there.
Hawks cover, man. Stop this. They're going to cover by 4. I'm a big JV. I'm a McCullum fan, but I think DeJuan Harris is going to be dialed in with him and try to keep him under control. I just think coming off a loss, put the money on the Jayhawks, man. So cut this out. Like we can go to the next team. Like they're not losing back-to-back.
All right. You're just ending it right there. Moving on. San Diego State at New Mexico. Another really intriguing game in the Mountain West, which is it's a damn good league, man. I think it's like a 5 or 6 bid league this year. Jerel, San Diego State. They're only laying a point, according to KenPom. Think I can go into the pit and pick up a win on Saturday?
I do. I'm rolling with San Diego State, and I've seen them a couple times this year, and I think they'll probably end up being in the runners to win the Mountain West again. So it'll be that'll be a tough environment to play in. The Lobos have got it going this year as well too, but I'm rolling with the Aztecs on this one.
Yeah, I think that I'm going to go with San Diego State as well. But as I'm sitting here and as I'm thinking about it and as I am looking at the standings right now, this is a rivalry game. This is a place where New Mexico can put 15, 16,000 people in that building. They are loud. They are aggressive. They are angry. It's kind of like Creighton and Memphis and Wichita State in the sense that the team in town is the Lobos. I'm regretting the decision that I made. I have to stick with San Diego State so Dagan doesn't yell at me, but I'm regretting the decision that I made in terms of who I'm picking to win. RC, Randolph, who you got?
I'm going with the pit, baby. I'm not going against that. Like, listen, it's going to be they're undefeated. They're undefeated at home. We just spent part of it tonight talking about how hard it is to win on the road. San Diego State's coming in 7 straight wins. The winning streak ends. They go down in the pit. Little Monster Mash is going to have a great game, get buckets. New Mexico is going to take care of business at home.
Yeah, and look, you guys, fans need to start paying attention to Donovan Dent because Donovan Dent is a problem with a capital P. Kentucky Going on the road. We're talking about top 10 teams going on the road and having to deal with tough road environments. They are going to be playing at Texas A&M, who is currently sitting at 0-2. We thought they were going to win the SEC. Jerel, Texas A&M is 9-6, 0-2 in the SEC, and they are now hosting Kentucky. Who you got?
This is where I switch it up at a little bit and go left. I'm going with the Aggies. Kentucky's inexperience catches up with them a little bit. The young guys kind of come back to earth. Another tough road game. And Texas A&M kind of puts the rest of the SEC on notice and says, okay, we may not have got off to the start that everybody expected us to this year, but they're still here, and they'll have enough time to turn it around and pick up some big wins and still compete for SEC championship.
So I hear what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying to a point. Do you think how many people on the Texas A&M campus right now know that game is happening on Saturday? I'd say 12 to 14% of the people know that game is happening. So it's not going to be a real road environment. It's going to be a little bit sterile. I'm taking the Wildcats. I'm taking Kentucky. I'm taking Rob Dillingham. I'm taking Reed Shepherd. I'm taking DJ Wagner. Those freshmen are going to get it done. They're going to keep proving you wrong, Jerel. Keep proving doubters wrong.
Taylor.
Keep proving the haters wrong. Randolph, what do you got?
Rob, you know damn well they gonna know Kentucky coming to town. They not living under no rock. They showing up. Them Aggies is coming out. Listen, they've dropped 2 in a row. They gotta have it. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. They gotta have it. And I think they'll do whatever they have to do. I expect Wade Taylor to play well. Tyrese Redford needs to step it up and get, he's just coming back and he needs to get going. I like the Aggies at home to figure out a way. It's a big game for them. I think the crowd will turn up and show out for them. I think they'll ride that momentum and get it done. And I expect a big performance. They got to close it down there, and I expect Wade Taylor to act like the preseason SEC Player of the Year.
All right, this is a big one here. We got Virginia, who has been struggling so far this season, right? They have not looked like the Virginia that we expected them to be. They are heading on the road to go play Wake Forest. We have a Wake Forest alum here on this show who has been hyping up Virginia nonstop all season long. Wake Forest coming off of a loss at Florida State. Jerel, are they going to turn it around? Is this where RC stops crying himself to sleep at night?
I think this is it. I think this is it, and I'm rolling with them. I'm going with Wake on this one. I do like their guards. One of the Chicago kids, Boopy Miller, man, those guys are gonna play well. They'll get it done at home versus Virginia.
Yeah, Boopy's gonna find a way to get it done. I'm with Wake Forest. I love this Wake Forest team. I think with Efton Reed, they are good enough to be able to make a run. I think they're a second weekend upside team. We'll see if they can find a way to get into the tournament, but I would not want to face them when those guards get going. RC. Randolph.
Man, stop playing with me, man. I got my shirt on tonight. Y'all think I wasn't ready for this question? Stop playing with me. That's where we going. Ain't no question. The Virginia, the Hokie, listen, the Wahoos are young anyway. They coming in there, man. It's going to be a smackdown, man. Go to the next team. We going with the Deeks, baby. They pulling this thing out.
All right, we got 30 seconds real quick. Jerel, Arkansas, Florida. Who you riding with?
I am going with the Razorbacks. Razorbacks are going to get this one. They're going to get a big statement win on the road.
Chomp, chomp.
Gas
chomp,
up
chomp.
the must bus.
Gators get it done. Chomp, chomp. Randolph, break the tie.
Gators, man, at home. I love the backcourt. They're going to get it done.
Yeah, Riley Kugel is a difference maker. Listen, we thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.